I'm out hunting a churchyard today. The ground is all torn up, and I'm onto my first good find, and it's barely even below the surface. And it's just going to be a wheat penny, a really crusty wheat penny at that. Looks like it's been here a very long time. I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up, and if I can get a date for you, I will loop you back in. So here it is, nothing too special, just a 51D, but it's my first of the night and I just got started, so let's see if we get something else. So I am not down very deep, and you're not gonna believe what just popped out at me. Boom. That is gonna be my second ever silver $50, and we've even got us a spill with a rosy. We're gonna check this rosy first. I'm gonna rub this one. Yeah, D mint mark on the back of it, and the date 1952. And now we're gonna check the half. There it is, it's a walker, I can already see it. It's a bit on the worn end, and it looks like we got a 1942. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the back of this one. I know you guys are going to get mad that I'm rubbing my coin, but I don't have any water, and I know this is a common date. And let's go back in with the pinpointer. And there's something else in the hole, it looks like. So we'll go ahead and pop that out, whatever it is. I'm onto it, whatever I got. Whatever it is, it's still down there. Hopefully this one will have it. Oh, there it is. It's a nail, not all treasure. If there's anything else in the hole, I will loop you back in. So I am lucky this grass is all torn up because I made a little bit of a mess checking that hole again. Here's the take from that spill. 1942 Walking Liberty half with a 1952 rosy. Let's see if we get some dates off of these. Got a D mint mark on the rosy and no mint that I can see on the walker. That literally just made my night. This was a short after work hunt. But anyway, I'll take it for sure. Let's see if we get something else. Well, this church is really producing for me tonight. I just pulled up this little buckle here. Not sure what it's off of, but it's definitely got some age to it with the patina. I'll take it anyway. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it's getting just a tad dark out, but I just pulled up a penny here, and I did think I could see 1 cent, and I do. That is going to be another pretty toasty looking wheat penny. But there's Lincoln on the front and 1 cent on the back. I'm going to go and get this one cleaned up, and if it's an older date, I will loop you back in. So just to give you an idea of my location, that park right over there dates back to 1854. That's the only thing I can think of to explain this across the street in the churchyard. That is 1 cent. Literally 2 weeks after I dug my matron, I believe we have a braided hair. This just amazes me. I don't even have words for this. This church was built in 53. This coin is at least 100 years older than the church. I'm going to try and get a date off this. I don't know if I will, but if I can, I will loop you back in. So I'm still shaking, so sorry if it's hard to see, but I tried to pull a date off of it, but I just could not. Here's the back of it, though. The back, I think, is going to clean up real nice when I get home. Either way, I'll take this for sure, all day, every day. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up my third wheat penny of the churchyard. This one is a 40s model, and there's the 1 cent on the back, if I can get that to focus for you. Anyway, it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So here is my fourth wheat head of the night. It's a 1958D last year, but still a wheat penny. I'll take it for sure. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it's starting to really get dark, but I believe I just exposed a little silver. This one being a Merc. I'll take that. I'm going to go ahead and get this one all cleaned up, and I will loop you back in when I got the date. So here is that Merc to make silver number 3 for the night. It's a 1943, and the mint mark is a Denver. I'll take it. Let's see if we get some more. So here's another cool find here at the church. It is a little suspender clip of some kind. Nothing too special, but it's still a cool find. I'll take it. So I am back again at the church, digging up all the low tones again. This one was a little bit of a surprise because I believe I see a coin in the hole. This one was hitting like in the 50s on the Amphibio. It looks like it's going to be a wheat penny. Wow. There must have been some iron in there with it, but I will take a wheat penny. Maybe this will have an older date. Oh, it might be teens. That's a very clean wipe. Looks like it's going to be a 1919 with an S mint mark. That's kind of cool. Long way from San Francisco, but I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I'm down very deep again, and I got a green-looking coin down in the hole. If I can get that out. Oh, I think that could be an Indian. It is an Indian. Let's see if we can get an older date on it. Looks like it's going to be 1900s, I believe, but that's still an Indian. It's crazy to think that something this old would end up at a 50s church, but I'll take it. I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up a little bit more, and I'll loop you back in. So here's the Indian all cleaned up. It is a 1902 in pretty crusty condition, but it's still an Indian. I'll take it. The back is not going to clean up very well. I'm going to need to get some soap and water on that. But let's see if we get something else. So here's an interesting bit here. It wiped clean like silver. It's really flimsy, and right down there it says sterling. So we have some piece of silver. Looks like maybe a cap to something. Whatever it is, it's just scrap with a fancy pattern on it, but it's still a really cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, how is that for a surface find? I already know that's going to be a Model T ignition bit. It should say Ford on here somewhere. No clue where, but I will go ahead and get this all cleaned up, and if I can find the logo, I'll loop you back in. Looks like the surface finds are still coming in. This one appears to be a teeny tiny little button of some kind. Not entirely sure if it's actually old or not, but that's a really cool pattern it looks like. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just flipped up something roundish looking. It's definitely not a coin. Maybe a button of some kind. Is there any fancy on it? Not that I can tell. I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up, and if I can get any sort of fancy or detail on it, I will loop you back in. Well, I'm back at the churchyard tonight, and I just exposed my first coin of the evening. It looks like it's going to be just a wheat penny. Yeah, there's the 1 cent on the back, but this one has an older patina, so maybe we'll get an older date. Oh wow, we will get an older date there. 1935, I believe, and it's a nice clean wipe too. So in the patch that'll go. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up this fancy bit here, and it's a good thing I was going after the low tones because this hit just like a pull tab. It feels light, and it's definitely just plated, but it's still really cool. It may have some age to it. Let's see if we get something else. So this one had me really excited for a second. It is a 1954 Jefferson, but out of the hole it was deep. I was hoping for maybe a buffalo, but there's a D mint mark on the back that is just barely readable, but it's still a cool find. It's got some H to it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just went down onto another mid-tone, and it looks like I have some sort of buckle of some kind. Probably some sort of suspender buckle, maybe. Looks like it's definitely got some age to it. It's got a little bit of silver wash and everything on it. That's a really cool piece. Well, I'll go ahead and get this cleaned up a little bit. It's cleaned up pretty good. But I'll take it for sure. Let's see if we get something else. So I really thought I had cleaned this spot out, but again, I am wrong. I got a nice little button here. Doesn't look all that old, but it's still a button. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up this beautiful bedazzled piece here. Looks like it's got some remnants of gold gilt left, maybe some stones in there. but it is a pin of some kind. You can see the mechanism on the back, but it's a really cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So you can literally see where I dragged my pinpointer. That's a nickel just sticking out of the ground. And it is just a Jefferson. But maybe we'll get an older date off of it. No clue. If it's old, I'll go ahead and loop you back in when it's all cleaned up. So here's the nickel all cleaned up. It is a 1941, so it is an older one. But hopefully we'll get a Buffalo RV soon. Let's see if we get something else. So here's another cool relic. I think I hit it with the shovel and smashed the bowl, but I do have a spoon with a really fancy looking handle. It is plated, but it is very fragile as well. But I'll still take it. It's a really cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up for my last few hunts at a churchyard. So this site has been really, really kind to me. So here's the take. I got a spoon that I gouged with my digger. There's a lot of fancy in this one. I got a few buttons, a buckle, a couple buckles actually, a Model T ignition plate, a pair of pins. Both of these definitely have some age to them. This one had something on the back, then this one has the mechanism still, but the pin is gone. And under the coins, I got a pair of older Jefferson nickels, a 54 and a 41 here. For wheats, I got a 1919S, a 1935, a 41D, a 46, a 51D, and a 58D. And then I was able to get onto one Indian as well, being a 1902. And this one in a little bit crusty condition, but it's still an Indian. And then onto the silver, I got one silver relic, being this case lid or something like that. But it has a script E on it, and it is marked sterling down there. And like I said, it's a lid off of something, not sure what. And then as for silver coins, I got a 52 Rosie and a 43 Merc. Here's the backs of these coins. And then the Rosie has a D-mint mark. The Merc also has a D-mint mark. I got a big bucket lister, being this 1942 Walking Liberty half. That was in a spill with a Rosie. And that is actually my second silver half ever. And the show was kind of stolen from this one because I was also able to get onto another bucket lister. This one being an 1847 braided hair large cent. So this is my second large cent for the year already, and I am just thrilled with it. And here's the back of this one. Not in terrible shape underneath the crust. I think it might have spent some time under concrete. But anyway, guys, that was my hunt. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.